know, yes, I had a meeting scheduled with so-and-so on Tuesday, but unfortunately I had to cancel. I'm looking to reschedule that meeting. I'll let you know what happens. You let that person know, I had the meeting with them. It seemed to go really well. They're asking me to come back in. You let that person who made that initial introduction or opened the door for you, you let them know what happened with the introduction or the advice, and you keep them in the loop. They don't want to hear it from third parties. They don't want to be left wondering. One of the people I interviewed, great friend Allison Levine. Allison is a bit ridiculous. She led the first all-U.S. women's team up Everest. She's a member of a club none of us in this room will likely ever be a member of. It's the Adventure Grand Slam Club. You have to climb to the highest peak on every continent and ski to the North and South Pole. I don't know, anyone in this room doing that? Oh, and by the way, Allison is about 5'2" and about 90 pounds. Force of nature, absolute badass, ridiculous. So on this issue of this generosity and what you can do for people in positions like hers, because she's often in a position where people are asking her for something, and all she's asking for is consideration in terms of keep me informed of what happened. And when she responded to my questions for her interview in the book, and she sent them back to her, I phoned her, I said, Allie, I'm gonna have to edit your answers. If I had left her answers as they were, my book would come in a brown paper wrapper with a parental warning on it. I got all caps answers with profanities I'd never seen before. And I was married to a Texan who knew how to swear, so I've seen some profanities, let me tell you all. But Allie, she was like really adamant on this. So when you're networking up the food chain, just be that considerate person who is grateful and thankful for somebody else's time and keep them in the loop. When I'm asked what the #1 networking failure is, it's the failure to follow up. And it's the failure in the follow-up that I've just described. Not the immediate thank you note or thank you tweet or thank you email. It's keeping people informed on your journey. So if you do nothing else from sitting here and listening to me today and thinking about, oh God, networking. If you do nothing else, look at who has helped you in the past 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and send them a note. Send them, hey, I was thinking about you and I don't know if I really thanked you enough for this, or I don't recall if I let you know what I did with that advice. Email those people. You're really going to reinforce a network and people looking to have your back, and that's what you need to have to mitigate failure.
What a great answer. Holy crap. Woo! So how do we give this away?
We'll do crowdsource from our 3 questions.
We could do that.
So Monty Hall, door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. See, people don't know who Monty Hall is.
No, they don't. I do. I do, but I'm way over the hill here. Why don't the 3 people that asked the question stand up? It's okay if you do that. Yep.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then by a show of applause, as loud as you can possibly get, but there has to be a distinction. You can't just be loud for all 3, because that defeats the purpose. Why don't we try to figure out who gets this book in a very quick time frame? So we're going to start with question number 1.
Number 1 from, it was Jessica, right?
Jessica, what? Great. So what do you think about Jessica's answer? That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Question number 2 from I Do Me. And question number 3. Boom. Okay, yes. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna make this really easy.
Okay, how's it
going? I'm going to buy 2 more books. So all 3 of you, would you please meet me out there?
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, thank Kelly for being here.